sleep here last night. Spent a bit of time at the pub. Came home at about 9 o'clock and went to bed. Everyone's leaving this morning. We're going to have a walk down and look at the water. So this was our camp spot. It was full about an hour ago, so everyone's departing pretty quickly. You can see it's quite a rocky campsite, but it definitely is a good one to stay at. Well, it's the only one to stay at once you leave the desert. Alright, bit of a slow start this morning, bit of a hectic start too. Packed up, and a bit of a situation where closed the tailgate, got my thumb jammed and just about screamed the house down in the caravan park. Blood everywhere. What was?
Cried like a baby.
Oh my god, I was in so much pain. Two lovely people came over, raced over and helped to see if everything was alright. Later on I'll take the band-aid off and show everyone.
Like we have our own first aid kit.
Yeah, we do.
Carry our own stuff.
Wiped it up, slapped a band-aid on it, and I know I've got a blood blister on that side, and all blood inside the nails. So we'll show you a juicy pic later on. So we have just left Birdsville about half an hour ago. We got some supplies, filled up the airs.
Bakery's shut on Mondays.
Oh yeah, that's right. We're going to have a
gutted.
Yep.
Absolute gutted.
Yeah, Mondays is the only day it shuts. So breakfast for us was ice cream, but we had a lovely hot chocolate at the van there in the caravan park, which was good. So now we are heading east to Betoota, which is about 165 k's from Birdsville.
The road from Birdsville to Innaminka is closed.
Yep.
So we're hoping we can go to Betoota and then head south from Innaminka there, and then come down the Stress Lecky, but we might end up in Ill's Road again.
Yeah.
Who knows?
It's all a bit iffy around here because of the rain that they had. So and you can see actually when we left Birdsville there was still some flooding out in the plains. Thank you, that's the word.
Don Tina.
So yes, so we're just driving along corrugated track, this one. So we will show you Betoota when we get there and give you some information. Alright, we made it to Betoota, and not much is around here except for what's behind me there, Betoota Hotel. I'll show you through that in a moment. But Betoota used to be a place where the pub wasn't functioning. I think he just opened it prior to COVID, so I think in 2020 or 2019 had to shut down a few times because of COVID, and now they're back open again. Very country. So apparently you can camp anywhere out in the distance. I'll show you that. So you can camp anywhere out here, and then you just pay $5 for a shower. Hey, puppy dog. towards Innaminka is open. So we are going to push to Innaminka, which is about 220 k's from here. 300. Oh, I checked, I thought it was 200. Okay, 300 k's. And it looks like there's some good camp spots there, pub, showers. It's flooring. So we'll push on for a little bit further. Right, we took a small detour, about 15 k's out to Haddon's Corner. So it's in the middle of nowhere here. Okay, what have we got? A gate. I'm terrible at opening gates. Ooh. Okay, so that goes like that. Haddon's Corner. Where Queensland and South Australia borders meet. So at the moment I'm standing in South Australia. And we are in Queensland at the moment. And we've got, oh there we go, there's a little mappy there, I don't know if you can see that. Where are you, John?
Queensland.
Queensland.
Banana Panda.
What happens if you stand right here? I'm in both at the same time.
Aussie, Aussie, Aussie.
And this, what's this? Oh, you can sign a book.
Sign a book.
There we go, in loving memory of Eric Arthur Davis. Oh, wow. OGR, Mount Gambier. OGR sticker.
Huh.
Ooh.
Bog bags. Interesting.
Bog bags. There we go. Haddon's Corner.
Haddon Corner.
Haddon Corner.
No, or is it his?
Oh.
Possessive.
Haddon Corner. So we just got out of Haddon Corner and we're heading.
Just pick your nose, let's start again.
Oh, you pick your nose, so start again. Alright. So we just got out of Haddon Corner and now heading south. Looks dig tree, Burke and Will's dig tree. It cost $20 to get in, which we didn't know, but luckily we had some money on us. So we are here. The dig tree is where we want to get to. All right, well, let's go and have a look.
Dig some trees.
Actually, yeah, very nice spot. I think you can camp here too.
Like that, yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, because it did say a sign, so you can camp. Oh wow! What an awesome spot. And they've carved the word dig in the tree. Everyone, it is 10 o'clock and we've had a big day yesterday, so 600 kilometres of driving, a lot of it being dirt and corrugation. So we turned up at Innaminka about 5 o'clock, pretty tired, and this spot here, which I'll show you in a moment, was absolutely packed. They don't have a caravan site or anything at Innaminka. It's just camping along the creek here. So because we got in quite late, it was pretty packed. I'll show you, it's kind of like the Palubi beach of camping, but on the river. Last night when we got here at 5 o'clock, all along here was all packed out with caravans. So and all back in there, and so when we came in, which was, there's a road up here where this car's kind of driving along, we had to park and camp right off in the distance there, which was fine. We would have slept anywhere last night, that's how tired we were. But this morning everyone's left. Well, most people have left to move on. You can see a few last caravans and people leaving now. So we decided, well, we need a day of relaxation. We've been on the go. We're still pretty tired from yesterday. So we packed up quickly and we've moved to this spot. John, what do you think of this spot? Right by the water. You just said you saw a pelican.
Yep.
So we've set up our tents, watching everyone leave. It'll get packed, I'm sure, tonight, but at least we've got a spot. And up.
Watching people reposition.
Yeah, watching people reposition. Up there, somewhere up there, there's a pub. We went to the pub last night, the hotel. You pay $30 per person and it's a buffet. So there were 5 options: lasagna, butter chicken, beef stroganoff. Can't remember the other one. And there's some kids' meals. So that was pretty good. We sat in the front bar, had a couple of drinks. Really warm in there because of course obviously cold outside. What we saw on the way out was big Indigenous light show, which we'll show you tonight. We're too tired, so when I wander up for tea tonight, we'll be showered, we'll feel a bit more comfortable and refreshed, and we'll show you a bit more of the hotel and that later on. Burke wasn't really a great leader. Says here, he pushed his animals beyond their limits and reduced his party's ability to hunt for fresh food. His all or nothing attitude made him a dangerous leader. Burke's sense of superiority reflected the attitude of his era. He found it difficult to understand Aboriginal people and impossible to embrace the generosity shown. This attitude denied Burke the opportunity to learn about his new environment. It was a costly mistake. Burke starved to death in an area where traditional Aboriginal people had thrived for thousands of years. He was quoted in saying, "I will cross Australia or perish in the attempt." Well, he perished.
I'm guessing that's where the saying, "Don't be a Burke" comes from.
Oh, I haven't heard of that saying.
Yeah.
Don't be a Burke.
Or something like being a bit of a Burke.
Oh. So
like he's being a bit of a knob.
Yeah, there you go. Don't be a Burke. So Burke died here with King on his side. At his side, I should say, not on his side.
That's probably why he died. He's trying to say, get off me.
At his side.
Get off me.
29th of June 1861, King settled Burke under his shady coolabah tree and shot a crow for supper. Burke ate a little, but he knew he was dying. He wrote a last letter to his sister and handed King his notebook and pocket watch. He whispered, "I hope you will remain with me until I am quite dead. It is comfort to know that someone is by, but when I am dead, it is my wish that you leave me unburied as I lie." Burke died the following day. King sat by Burke's body for several hours and wept. He then set off to find a traditional Aboriginal camp. When he finally found the local Aboriginal people, several men asked about Burke. When told that he had died, some of the men began to cry. On 19th of September 1861, a rescue party arrived to find Burke's body still clutching his rusty, unfired pistol. They wrapped his body in a Union Jack flag and buried him here. Months later, a retrieval party exhumed the bodies of Burke and Wills and returned them to Melbourne, where they are honoured by a state funeral on the 21st of January 1863. Well, there you go. Turn around here, that's the campsite we're staying at, so it's only a 5-minute walk to the pub. So this is the little hub in Innaminka. So there's a hotel, petrol, trading post, which you went in there today, John, and it has supplies and food and even some King's camping gear. This is where also you access your, those sheds there, $2 showers. I made the mistake today in thinking that the water would keep going. I was halfway through washing my hair and it turned off. So either have multiple $2 coins or be a lot quicker than I was. Yeah, water station, toilets, phone booths, because reception you do get out here, but it's a bit intermittent, depending on how many people are using the...
That's the ranger we spoke today to.
Yes.
Kids on iPads.
Chew up all the Wi-Fi, the bandwidth. There's Burke and Wills. Don't be a Burke. Front bar. So you can go into the front bar. This is the reception area. They have some souvenirs. It's where you pay for the camping is $10 per night. So you pay that. Front bar, we ate in there last night. And then this is the dining area out here. And this is where they have the buffet. And seated. Oh, it's warm out here. Last night we did see it was a gorgeous sunset coming through these windows, so fantastic view of that. So